I mean, this was like building a real house, It's like the measurements sort of had to all work.
It has to be a house that believably feels sort of light, that it could lift off into the sky. If it's all brick and stone, it might look cool, but it's got a weight to it that you might not believe quite as readily.
We wanted the house to be small, sort of quaint, cozy. And then also, it feels maybe more threatened by all the construction, and it's just a little tiny house.
The aesthetic we're going for is miniatures. We're trying to do it to look more like a stop-motion miniature type of set. So it's not as if we made this house with a team of tiny carpenters. It's as if there's a big giant in there with a blunt pocket knife. So everything's a bit clumsy, a little bit imperfect.
We made a physical model of the exterior of the house out of balsa wood, and I went in and I painted it.
We thought of everything from the rafters to the roof to the bottom of the house. We knew that because it was going to be floating behind the characters, most of the time you'd be seeing the bottom.
Every time I saw, or anyone saw, a house on stilts or a house that they were gonna move, we took a lot of photos, and it was always really haunted house, like with all these cobwebs, and it always looked really dirty and really worse than, it's too much. I think making those models was really helpful in getting the feeling across. We put actual practical lighting in the different rooms, and it was so amazing how you can get these feelings of lighting and cast shadows and just all this great information just from one light source shining in a window. And it felt like nighttime, like lonely nighttime old man house.
We thought about how not only how humans age, but also how materials and houses age.
It's our grandparents' houses. And very early on, we wanted to make sure Carl Fredricksen's house was very familiar.
About 20 years ago, I went through my grandparents' house with a video camera, and I taped what all the rooms looked like, and it gave us an idea of maybe how Carl and Ellie's house could look.
There should be sags in the stairs where he's walked the same path every day. And the interior of the house should be full of the knickknacks and debris of his life.
There's also the emotional element of the whole house. The foyer of the house, most of the movie is in shadow, and we wanted to keep that in shadow. And the living room was most of the time in light and had a lot of blue and sunlight coming through, except for that period of Carl's lifetime where he was kind of sheltered and he shut down the shades.
He's very reclusive, and we want the camera to reflect his isolation, and he's being trapped within his house.
We framed Carl inside doorways and things, squares within squares.
Every day is the same. We make sure that, from shot after shot after shot, the audience feel that Carl is really got trapped within that same environment.
I really like the fact that we drag a house through half the film, or most of the film is this, house that's always there.
It is not only a set, it actually comes to represent Ellie, who passes away. So her presence is felt through the whole film, through that house. So it really has to represent the core of their relationship that Carl is trying to hold on to so desperately.
And when he gets to the end of the journey, he realizes the house isn't her. She's in here. She gave him the tools to connect and to move on. And in a way, it ends up being an empty house because she's not in it. She's not the stuff.
At that point, it's just a thing, It's not necessarily Ellie. And when he lets go, it's so poignant. It's so it's like a cathartic experience for him. And so, yeah, it's pretty deep.